Here is a clear and simple summary of your text about President Trump and Iran nuclear negotiations. Summary: Trump's deadline and Iran nuclear tensions. President Donald Trump has given Iran a new deadline of 10 to 15 days to return to nuclear negotiations or face serious consequences. In the past, Trump said he would decide within 2 weeks about striking Iran, but made the decision much sooner. This shows that his deadlines can act as both warnings and pressure tactics. Jason Brodsky, policy director at United Against Nuclear Iran, believes the Iranian government mistakenly thinks it can influence Trump the way it did former President Barack Obama. However, Brodsky says Trump has made it clear that he will not compromise in the same way. He also stated that the Trump administration is skeptical that negotiations will lead to a successful agreement. Instead, talks may be used to pressure Iran's leadership and give the US time to position military forces in the region. A Middle Eastern source said Iran understands the risk of war and does not want to provoke Trump. However, Iran refuses to limit its short-range missile program, which is considered a red line set by Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei. Iranian negotiators are not allowed to compromise on this issue. The source added that Iran may show some flexibility on uranium enrichment if sanctions are lifted. Brodsky argues that Iran's main positions have not changed. Iran refuses to accept zero uranium enrichment, refuses to dismantle its nuclear facilities, rejects missile restrictions, and continues supporting regional armed groups. Banam Taleblu from the Foundation for Defense of Democracies warned that Iran might propose an agreement that only formalizes the current situation without making real concessions. He believes Iran wants 3 main things: to prevent a US military strike, weaken Iranian opposition groups, and gain financial relief from sanctions. Taleblu also said the US administration's strategy is intentionally unclear. While the US does not want Iran to develop nuclear weapons or start a long war in the Middle East, it is preparing military forces in case action is needed. The main question remains, if military strikes happen, what will the final goal be? Jacob Olidort from the America First Policy Institute said Trump prefers diplomacy first. However, if negotiations fail, military action is likely. It is uncertain whether military force would be used to pressure Iran back to talks or to directly achieve US objectives. Overall, tensions remain high. Diplomacy continues, but the possibility of military conflict still exists if no agreement is reached.